we start with the first question. I have written the question on the right hand side of my board. In an arithmetic progression, if S5 is 35, S4 is 22, then what is the fifth term? Four options: 35, 10, 13 and 22. The formula that I am going to use is Sn minus S of n minus 1 is equal to An. The formula that has to be used, we know that An is equal to Sn minus S of n minus 1. I asked you for the fifth term. So what is A5? A5 is equal to S5 minus S4. The sum of the first 5 terms is 35 and the sum of the first 4 terms is 22. So 35 minus 22 is 13. So your first answer is 13. Let's go to the second sum. In my second sum, you are having, in an arithmetic progression, the value of a n plus 5 is equal to 35. What is given to you? A of n plus 5 is equal to 35 and a of n plus 1 is equal to 23. You are asked to find out the common difference. Once again, how am I going to do the sum? Let us assume this term to be an. The next term would have been, let us assume this term to be an. The next term would be a of n plus 1. The next term would have been a of n plus 2. The next one would have been a of n plus 3. Next term a of n plus 4. And the next term will be a of n plus 5. I know the value of a of n plus 1. I know the value of a of n plus 5. Like supposing, say, this was the fifth term, this is the sixth term, this is the seventh term, previous term is the fourth term, previous to this is your third term. If I want the next term, I told you, you have to add the common difference. If I want this term, add 2d. If I want previous term, subtract d. If I want this term, minus 2d. Now just look at the sum that is given to you. What is given to you? I did not say a3, a4, a5. They have given a of n plus 5 is 35 and a of n plus 1 is 23. So if I want the next term, I have to add d. If I want this term, add 2d. If I wanted this term, add 3d. If I add 4d, I will get a of n plus 5. So let me come to the conclusion. I know that a of n plus 1 when added to 4d will give you a of n plus 5. The value of a of n plus 1 is 23 plus 4d. The value of a of n plus 5 is 35. So I know that 4d is 35 plus 23 going to the other side is minus 23. So you get 4d is equal to 12. So what is the value of d? 12 upon 4. So 4 1s are 4 3s are. So d is equal to 3. What is my answer? I asked you for the common difference. I have got the common difference. The common difference is 3. All these questions that are put up on the board are all taken from the annual examination, SSLC board examination. Then we go to the third question. The sum of an arithmetic series with 15 terms is 180. What is given to you? Question number 3. The sum of an arithmetic progression with 15 terms is 180. S15 is equal to 180. Then the eighth term. What would have been the eighth term? I had given you a formula that the middle term of an arithmetic progression, when multiplied by the number of terms in the AP, will give you the sum of the series. Will give you the sum of the arithmetic series. I had given you this formula. The middle term, now when there are 15 terms, each term is the middle term. So the middle term is not given to you. The number of terms in the arithmetic progression is 15 and the sum of the series is 180. I wanted to know what is the middle term. So what is the middle term? The middle term is 180 divided by 15. So you get 5 3s are 15, 5 6s are 3 1s are 3 12s are. So what is your middle term? Your middle term is 12. What is the middle term? I have got the middle term as 12. Remember the formula. In an arithmetic progression, the middle term when multiplied by the number of terms will give you the sum of the arithmetic series. Sometimes they may ask you to calculate the middle term, sometimes they may ask you to find out the sum of the arithmetic series. I'll give you another example of the same type. I take an arithmetic progression 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 3 14. When there are 5 terms, this is your middle term. What is the middle term? 8. When there are 5 terms, how will I know which is the middle term? 5n plus 1 upon 2. 5 plus 1 upon 2 is 6 upon 2. The third term is the middle term. So what will be the sum of these 5 terms? What will be the sum of these 5 terms? 8 into 5. 40. What will be the sum of the series? 8 into 5. The middle term is 8. Number of terms in the arithmetic series is 5. 8 5s are 40. Let me check. 14 plus 11, 25. 25 plus 8 plus 2, 35. 35 and 5, 40. Is the concept clear? Remember this. When the middle term is given to you, number of terms is given to you, very easy for you to find out the sum of the arithmetic. This is a question very often asked in annual exam. Once again, this is a question picked up from the question paper. Remember, middle term into number of terms gives you the sum of the arithmetic series. Then comes question number 4. Yeah, what is given to you in the fourth sum? If 2x plus 1, 4x, 13 minus x are in AP, then what is x equal to? 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now, since we know that 2x plus 1, 4x, 13 minus x are in AP. So therefore, A2 minus A1 will definitely be equal to A3 minus A2. Since I know the 3 terms are in AP, the difference between any 2 consecutive terms has to be a constant. So A2, that is 4x minus 2x plus 1 must be equal to 13 minus x. Your second term is 4x. So I get 4x minus into plus minus 2x minus into plus minus 1 is equal to 13 minus x minus 4x. Let us keep the x term on one side. 4x minus 2x minus 1x coming this side plus 1x minus 4x coming this side plus 4x. Numbers on the right, minus 1 going to the other side plus 1. So 4x plus 4x, 8x plus 1x, 9x minus 2x is 7x is equal to 14. So therefore x is equal to 14 upon 7. So the value of x is 2. I can solve the same sum using the formula on arithmetic mean. Now we know that the arithmetic mean formula, capital A is equal to A plus B upon 2. Whenever three terms are in arithmetic progression, the middle term is the arithmetic mean between the side two terms. So let's assume arithmetic mean to be 4x, A to be 2x plus 1, B to be 13 minus x. So you get 4x is equal to A plus B, 2x plus 1 plus 13 minus x upon 2. So you get 4x is equal to 2x minus 1x is x, 13 plus 1, 14 upon 2. Let me cross multiply. So 4x into 2 is equal to 1 into x plus 14. So you get 4x into 2 is 8x is equal to x plus 14. So 8x plus x coming this side minus x is equal to 14. So you get 7x is equal to 14. So x is equal to 14 upon 7. 7 1 the, 7 2 the. So this sum can be solved by using the formula for arithmetic mean, or it can also be solved by the previous method. We go to the fifth sum. In an arithmetic progression, if an is equal to 2n minus 1, then the common difference of the given arithmetic progression is 0, 1, 2 or 3. What's given to me? An is equal to 2n minus 1. Let me first find out what is the first term. 2 into 1 minus 1. So you get 2 minus 1 which is equal to 1. Let me find out the second term. A2 is equal to 2 into 2. Instead of n I write 2. 2 into 2 minus 1 is 4 minus 1 which is equal to 3. I asked you for the common difference of the given arithmetic progression. The common difference is A2 minus A1. So that is 3 minus 1. Your common difference is 2. The common difference is 2. Let's go to the next sum. That is question number 6. What is given in question number 6? If 4a, b, 28 are in arithmetic progression, then the value of b is 20, 19, 23 and 12. What is given to you in the question? That 4, comma a, comma b comma 28 are in arithmetic progression. Now we know that to get the next term, we have to add d. If I add 2d, I get b. If 3d is added to 4, I will get 28. So let me start with this equation. I know that if 3d is added to 4, my answer would be 28. What did I say? If 3d is added to 4, your answer is 28. So what is 3d? 28 minus 4. So 3d is equal to 24. So d is equal to 24 upon 3. 3 ones are, 3 eights are. So I have come to the conclusion that the common difference is 8. What did I ask you to find out? I have asked you to find out the value of b. What did I ask you to find out the value of b? Now, I know that 4 plus 2d will give you b. I know that 4 when added to 2d gives you b. So you get 4 plus 2 into 8 is equal to b. So you get 4, 2 8s are 16 is equal to b. So what is b? What is b? 16 plus 4. What is 16 plus 4? 20. I got the value of b. Is the concept clear? In an arithmetic progression, always remember, if I want next term, add d. If you want the previous term, I always have to subtract d. In this case, if I add d, I get a. If I add 2d, I get b. If I add 3d, I get 28. So first, I found out the value of d. Once I knew the common difference, then I use this equation 4 plus 2d is equal to b and b is equal to 20. We go to the next sum. Now in my next sum, what is given to you? Two arithmetic progressions have the same common difference. Two arithmetic progressions have the same common difference. If the first term of the first arithmetic progression is 3 and that of the other is 8, then the difference between their third term is. What is given to me? What will be the difference between their third term? Now there are two arithmetic progression. The first arithmetic progression. In the first arithmetic progression, if the first term is 3, what would have been your second term? 3 plus d. What would have been the third term? 3 plus 2d. In my second arithmetic progression, the first term is 8. What would have been my second term in this arithmetic progression? 8 plus d. In my third case, it would be 8 plus 2d. What was given to you? Two arithmetic progression had the same common difference. That means if the common difference here was 2, here also it has to be 2. So I kept it as d. Since this is d, this also had to be d. What is my question? If the first term of the AP is 3 and that of the other is 8, then the difference between their third terms, difference between this term and this term, difference between their two third terms, 8 plus 2d minus of 3 plus 2d is equal to 8 plus 2d minus into plus minus minus into plus minus. Plus 2d and minus 2d cancel. 8 minus 3 is 5. What is the difference? The difference is going to be equal to 5. Now, whenever a question of this type comes, if you know the common difference is, what was the difference here in the first term? 8 minus 3? 5. Look at this. 8 plus d minus 3 plus d, that also is going to be, whether I say find the difference between their third terms or their fifth terms or their 10th term, answer will always be 5. What is the answer for this question? 8 minus 3. Here also 8 plus 2d minus 3 plus 2d, answer is 5. Here also you would have got 8 plus 2d minus of 3 plus d, that answer also would be 5. Okay, we go to the next question. In my next question, another objective MCQ question that was asked in the annual examination. The sum of the first n terms. Question number 8. The sum of the first n terms, the 8th MCQ, the sum of the first n term, the sum of the first n terms of an AP is given by the formula Sn is equal to 3n square plus n. Then its third term, is dash. Options given: 14, 16, 22 and 42. Now just see what is given to you. The value of Sn. What is the meaning of Sn? Sum of the first n terms. Let me write what is given to you. Sn is equal to 3n square plus n. Now what is S1? S1 is nothing but 3 into 1 square plus 1. So you get 3, 1 square is 1 plus 1. 3 ones are 3. 3 plus 1, 4. Now remember, what is S1? The first term. S1 and A1, one and the same. Now what is S2? S2 is 3 instead of n, 2 the whole square plus 1. So you get 3, 2 the whole square is 4 plus 1. So 3 4 the 12 plus 1, that is 13. Now what I have got is S2. Now what is S2? S2 is nothing but the sum of the first two terms. Remember, what is S2? A1 plus A2 is S2. What is S3? A1 plus A2 plus A3 is S3. S2 means sum of the first two terms. S3 is the sum of the first three terms. You know what is A1? A1 and S1 is same. What is A1? 4. What is A2? I don't know. The value of S2 is 13. So A2 I know is 13 minus 4. So I have come to the conclusion that A2 is 9. You know what is A1? A1 and S1 is same. A1 is 4. A2 is 9. So what would have been the common difference? A2 minus A1. What is A2? 9. What is A1? A1 and S1 is same. 9 minus 4 is 5. So I have found out the common difference is 5. So when I say common difference is 5, now it's very easy for me to find the third term. What is the third term? A3 is nothing but A2 plus D. What is A2? 9. So A2 is 9 and D is 5. What is 9 plus 5? 14. I have come to the conclusion that A3 is 14. This question is asked very often in examination. Students make a mistake for this particular sum. S2 and A2 are not one and the same. S2 is A1 plus A2. S1 and A1 is the same. Is that clear? S1 and A1 is the same. But S2 is nothing but A1 plus A2. So you know what is A1, you know what is S2. This gives you the second term. Once you know the second term, then find common difference A2 minus A1, which is 5. Since I asked you for the third term is nothing but A2 plus D. Okay, so with that we stop with MCQs and we start with 4 marks type sum that were asked in annual examination. Now these are all 3 marks and 4 mark questions that were asked in annual examination. The first question, 3 marks type question asked in annual examination. 3 numbers are in the ratio. The first one. Three numbers are in the ratio. Three numbers are in the ratio. Very simple, sir. Three numbers are in the ratio 2 is to 5 is to 7. If 7 is subtracted, if 7 is subtracted from the second number, if 7 is subtracted from the second number, the resulting number forms an AP. My question is, find the original numbers. Find the original numbers. What is given to you the sum? Three numbers are in the ratio 2 is to 5 is to 7. Two numbers are in the ratio of 2 is to 5 is to 7. So first step, let us assume the three numbers to be 2x, 5x and 7x. What did I say? Let us assume the three numbers to be 2x, 5x and 7x. Now what is given to you? By data, we know that if 7 is subtracted from the second number, which is the second number, 5x, 2x, if I subtract 7 from the second number, then the resulting forms an AP. Am I right? What did I say? If I subtract 7 from the second number, the resulting number will form an AP. So now I know that these three terms are in AP. If I ask you to find out the value of x, I can do it in two methods. I have already done it. Using arithmetic mean formula, this is capital A, small b. Or since it's an AP, I know that A2 minus A1 must be equal to A3 minus A2. I can either use this concept or I can use arithmetic mean formula. This is your arithmetic mean, this is small a and this is small b. What is second term? 5x minus 7 minus 2x is equal to 7x minus of 5x minus 7. So you get 5x minus 7 minus 2x is equal to 7x minus into plus minus 5x minus into minus plus 7. Let's keep x term on one side. So you get 5x minus 2x plus 7x coming this side minus 7x minus 5x coming to the left plus 5x minus 7 going that side plus 7. Just 5x plus 5x 10x 10x minus 7 and minus 2 is minus 9. 10x minus 9x x is equal to 14. So I have come to the conclusion that the value of x is 14. I asked you to find the original numbers. Which is your original number? 2x, 5x and 7x. So my first term is 2x, that is 2 into 14, 28. My second term is 5x, that is 5 into 14. And my third term is 7x, that is 7 into 14. So which are my three numbers? My three numbers are 28, 70 and 98. Is that clear? These numbers are in the ratio of 2:5:7. Let me check whether my sum is right. I said if 7 was subtracted from the second number, if I subtract 7 from here, this becomes 63. So 28, 63 and 98 are in arithmetic progression. Let me check what is A3 minus A2. 98 minus 63, 35. What is 63 minus 28? 13 minus 8, 5. 5 minus 2, 3. Yes. These three numbers are in AP. Now, what did they ask you? They did not ask you for the numbers in AP. They asked you for the original number. So, my sum ends over here. The original numbers are 28, 70 and 98. The original numbers are 28, 70 and 98. Let's go to the next sum. Now this question was asked in April 2020 examination as a 4-mark question. Question number 10. This was asked in 2020. There are 5 terms in an AP. There are 5 terms in an AP. There are 5 terms in an AP. The sum of these terms, the sum of these terms, the sum of these terms is 55. The sum of these terms is 55 and the fourth term is 5 more and the fourth term is 5 more than the sum of the first two terms. Find the terms of the arithmetic progression. Find the terms of the arithmetic progression. Let's see what is given to you in the sum. There are 5 terms in an AP. The sum of these terms is 55 and the fourth term is 5 more than the sum of the first two terms. Let us assume the 5 terms in EP. First step. Let us assume the 5 numbers. Let the 5 terms in AP be A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and A plus 4D. I am assuming them to be A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus. I can also take A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 2D. I have taken typical arithmetic progression. Condition 1. The sum of these terms is 55. So A plus A plus D, first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. Sum of these 5 terms is 55. Let me add 1A plus 1A plus 1A plus 1A plus 1A, 5A. 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10D is equal to 55. What did I get? I got 5A plus 10D is equal to 55. I can remove a common factor. What is the common factor this side? 5. 5 into A, 5A. 5 into 2D, 10D is equal to 55. So equation 1, A plus 2D is equal to 55. That 5 going that side goes to the denominator. 5 ones are, 5 11s are. So I have got equation number 1. Let's go to the second condition. And the fourth term is 5 more than the sum of the first two terms. The fourth term is 5 more than the sum of the first two terms. This is your second condition. The fourth term is 5 more than the sum of the first two terms. What is the fourth term? First term, second term, third term, fourth term. A plus 3D. What is first term? A. What is your second term? A plus D. Keep all A and D on one side. What will I get? A plus 3D plus A coming this side minus A plus A coming this side minus A plus D coming this side minus D is equal to 5. Minus A and plus A cancels. So what will I get? Minus A plus 3D and minus 1D is plus 2D is equal to 5. That is equation 1. This is equation 2. Solve by simultaneous equation. So equation 1, A plus 2D is equal to 11. Equation 2, minus A plus 2D is equal to 5. What shall I do? Shall I add the two equations or shall I subtract the two equations? Let me add the two equations. Plus 2D and plus 2D, 4D is equal to 16. So D is equal to 16 upon 4. 4 ones are, 4 fours are. I have got the value of D. What is the value of D? 4. Once you know the value of D, substitute the value of D in equation 1. Equation 1 says A plus 2D is equal to 11. A plus 2 into 4 is equal to 11. So you get A plus 8 is equal to 11. So A is equal to 11 minus 8. What is A equal to? 3. So I know what is D, I know what is A. Find the terms of the arithmetic progression. So what is the terms of the arithmetic? Shall I write it over here? So the terms of the arithmetic progression, first A 3, second term is A plus D. What is A plus D? 3 plus 4, 7. Your third term is A plus 2D, that is 3 plus 2 into 4, which is 11. So your arithmetic progression you say is 3, 7, 11, dash, dash, dash. What did I ask you? Find the terms of the arithmetic progression. This was a question asked in April, that is April 2020. Another question was asked in the same year. There were two questions. The student had to either answer this question or the second one. There was a choice for them. Let me take the second question also. The seventh term of an arithmetic progression. The seventh term of an arithmetic progression is 4 times the second term and the 12th term. And the 12th term is 2 more than 3 times of its fourth term. Find the arithmetic progression. Find the arithmetic progression. This sum is also similar to the sum that I had given you previously, but I will solve it in a slightly different way. Let's take condition number 1. What does condition number 1 state? That the seventh term of an AP is 4 times the second term. Is 4 times the second term. What is the condition number 1? The seventh term of an AP is 4 times the second term. So that means A plus 6D is equal to 4 plus A2 is nothing but A plus D. So you get A plus 6D is equal to 4A, 4 into D, that is 40. I have got A plus 6D is equal to 4A plus 4D. Let me keep D on one side and A on the other side. 6D plus 4D coming this side minus 4D plus A going to the other side. So I have come to the conclusion that 2D is equal to 3A. I said I'm doing this sum in a slightly different way. I can do it like how I done last sum also. In the last sum I took it as a simultaneous linear equation. Like 3A minus 2D is equal to 0 as equation number 1. I'm doing it in a slightly different way. We go to the second condition. What is the second condition? The 12th term is 2 more than 3 times of its 4th term. What is the second condition? The 12th term is 3 more, is 2 more than 3 times of its 4th term. What is condition number 2? That the 12th term is 2 more than 3 times the 4th term. So what is A12? A plus 11D. What is A4? A plus 3D plus 2. So you get A plus 11D is equal to 3 into A, 3A, 3 into 3D, 9D plus 2. Once again, let me keep D on one side. So 11D plus 9D coming this side plus 90 coming this side becomes minus 90. Plus 90 coming this side becomes minus a term on one side. So 3a, this plus a going that side becomes minus a. So what is 2d? 3a minus 1a, 2a plus 2. Look at the two equations. What did I get in equation number 2? 2d is equal to 2a plus 2. What did I get in equation number 1? 2d is equal to 3a. Things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. 3a is also equal to 2d. This is also equal to 2d. So these two are equal. So from equation number 1 and 2, I have come to the conclusion that 3a must be equal to 2a plus 2. See, I have done it, I said, in a different way. Since this also is equal to 2d, this is also equal to 2d. So 3a has to be equal to 2a plus 2. So 3a plus 2a coming this side minus 2a. So you get a is equal to 2. Now I have to find out the value of d. Use equation number 1. I know that from equation number 1, 2d is equal to 3a. So 2d is equal to 3 into 2. The value of a is 2. So 2d is equal to 6. So d is equal to 6 upon 2. So I have come to the conclusion that the value of d is 3. Here I have not done in the like how I done in the previous sum. In the previous sum I had taken equation 1 and equation 2 as simultaneous equation. But here I used axiom number 1. Things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. Easily I got A and easily I got D. Find the arithmetic progression. Therefore, the arithmetic progression, first term is A, which is 2. Your second term is A plus D, that is 2 plus 3, which is 5. Your third term is A plus 2D, that is 2 plus 2 into 3, that is 2 plus 6, that is 8, and so on. So your arithmetic progression is 2, 5, 8, and so on. Okay, let me just give you two sums for homework so that you can practice similar sum. Both these questions were asked again in the annual examination. Two sums for homework. A line segment, first sum for homework. A line segment is divided into four parts. A line segment is divided into four parts, forming an AP. Forming an AP. The sum of the lengths of the third and fourth part, the sum of the length of the third and fourth part is 3 times the sum of the length is 3 times the sum of the length of the first two parts. If the length of the fourth part the length of the fourth part is 14 centimeters. Find the total length. Find the total length of the segment. Asked in April 2019. This is a sum which I have already done. Asked many times in examination. Same type sum I have already done. The sum of three numbers in AP is 15 and their product is 105. Find the number. I have given you this sum because this is a sum which has been asked maximum number of times in annual examination. So I have given you two sums for homework. So with this, let me end my session on arithmetic progression. Thank you.